I'll bring in the man himself.
Who we got?
The man who put me in the package.
Will, what's up?
Will, good to see you.
What's going on, Will?
What's up, guys? It is her somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's up?
Bobsales.
The English one you can't get rid of.
That's right.
Nice.
It's good.
And I
coming by,
got
man.
word that the bouncer survived, but then someone else beat him up. Get ready to throw their hands around. People stop.
Oh,
shit.
Sleeping. My bad, sleeping.
How's it going, fellas? Nice.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you, mate. It's good to see you both.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Party.
Yeah, now we're a full house. We have a full house now.
And Mo,
I
mean, you're looking fantastic, Mo, as always. Like, you got the full party suit on.
Thanks, boss. So when can we tell everybody for the limited edition Skin and Bones drop? Like 100 pieces?
Yeah. You know, like typically, like, you know, people like for people's birthdays, they get somebody to pop out of a cake for the birthday. In our version, you get Mo popping out of a blister cube.
Let's go. I'll take it.
I think I would buy that.
I'm
not gonna lie.
There you go. There's only 99 left. 100 minutes. 100 run. Who's buying? Pre-order right now.
Just buy one, get one right now. Buy one,
I
get
say,
one.
Will, happy New Year's for us.
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah.
Yes.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Will, so how's it going with the new promo? How is that? How's that? It's some exciting stuff for sure. 2-for-1 BOGO deal.
It's doing really well. And what's really cool to see is it's bringing new people into the space and into the community. So existing folks are like, awesome, this is my chance to double up and get the stuff for Yoda. And other folks are like, you know what, I've been on the sidelines, but fine, during this promo, I'm going to take advantage and try it. And they're trying not just Cryptoys for the first time, but digital collecting for the first time because of the sale opportunity. And it kind of goes back to like, why don't we in the space do these kind of sales more often? Because from a consumer marketing perspective, it's very important to have events like this, like weekend events that get people to like, oh, you know what? Fine. I'm going to take the leap of faith and try something new. So it was really cool to see folks joining their buy their first digital collectible through the promotion. So
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So it's until Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Is there no cap? So if it's can this potentially sell out? Are you going to cap it out? So it can sell out at this BOGO deal and then 30,000's gone. It potentially can happen.
We've marked it. We know exactly how much will trigger at this particular sale to just stop it. So that's why we write in the promotions while supplies last. So it's either 11:59 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday or when it hits that threshold.
See, and that's the thing. When people see, especially with the ZUFOs too, when people see the sellout sign, I hope there's going to be a cool little sign that says sold out or something. And then it's gonna hit hard for sure. It's gonna hit some people hard, especially me, saying, "Ah, man, I wish I got more."
The buy one get one is the Star Wars, right? It's just the Star Wars.
It's just the Star Wars. It's just the Star Wars.
And remember
the Yoda.
Yeah, for the Yoda. But remember this: if you get the Ultra Grail, then you're going to be part of the Ultra Grail Club, and you're going to get chances at cool prizes. I'm crying that I don't have one. We know Dino has one, of course.
So does Bones. Bones has one.
I pulled.
Oh, you got? You did?
Wait. I pulled a legendary yesterday, and that was my first legendary on ZUFO. I pulled it on Hanano and D stream. I was so stoked. Oh my god, I'm so happy. The superstar. Hold on. The superstar money. The superstar money legendary.
Yeah, I got you there.
I got my buy one get one hat on.
Where's the Skin and Bones hat?
If you buy a Superstar Money hat, you get a Sleeping Comics hat right now, right, Sleeping?
What mint is the Sleeping Comics hat?
I'll take the Sleeping Comics one, but the other one you can keep it.
Oh, nice. 62. Sweet.
And I do have my Superstar hat laying around here somewhere. It's abandoned me, I must admit. I slept in that thing for about 3 months. Not very many of those
Sleeping Comics hats anymore.
Bob, I don't know how you find anything in that room, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's getting bad, mate. You should see the floor. It's terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I showed the others earlier. I was like, look, I'll show you a little behind the scenes. There's just toys everywhere. It's packed.
Oh, nice. I have a stupid Cryptoys question because I only bought a couple of the toys, so I didn't open some of them. Like they're still some of them are still in the cube and some of them are still in the package. Yeah. And then I opened. Is that okay? Is that smart? Yeah. Or do you think I will be able to resell those cubes, or should I just open up everything?
every state is transferable. So like if eventually, like when the marketplace opens, you'll be able to sell unopened cubes, similar to how you would sell an unopened pack of cards. You know, it's kind of a similar concept. Like
So I should keep it, you're saying?
It's up to you, really. It's what kind of.
I'm gonna do. You tell me. I'm like an idiot.
I want financial advice.
Somebody give me financial advice.
Open it, because if you have it,
I need financial advice.
open
That's
it.
why we're all here. That's why we're all
Open
here.
the box. Open the box.
So-
Because if you have the Alter Grail, you're going to get that. That's what. you
So
want.
in every, particularly for Star Wars Volume 1, there's 2 NFTs in every cube. There's the character and the handheld. It's for Star Wars Volume 1, it's blasters and lightsabers. So you're getting 2 in 1. So if you want to keep the contents unknown, because eventually people will know what's out there and they'll know, okay, there's 100 unopened cubes out there, 500 unopened cubes, and people will price it based on that, knowing what hasn't been unboxed yet. Kind of similar in Pokemon, people know there's still how many Charizards that haven't been unboxed, right? Then it's the blister pack. So in the blister pack, it depends, and our aim is to build the world's premier digital toy platform. And if you're building digital toys, you want to cater to toy consumers just like physical toy consumers purchase. So like if you look at physical toy companies like Mattel or Hasbro or Kenner back in the day, they cater to collectors, and collectors typically buy in mint condition in the blister pack so that they can put it on display, etc. But then they also cater to people that want to play with their toys, take it out of the blister pack, articulate it, pose it in different ways, do lots of different things, put it in play sets, etc. So that's what the choice is there for you. Are you more of a collector to keep it in mint condition, or are you a player or a gamer to take it out of the packaging and do things actively with it? So there's a choice that you make there. A lot of people double up. They want one to keep in mint condition and they want one to take out of the packaging.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
But I just need people to tell me what to do.
I think you're doing good.
I'm a follower.
Tell us what to do.
I'm just like, you got to tell me what to do.
In the sneaker game, we call it one to rock and one to stock,
Right.
So you always want to double up. And some people do one to rock, one to stock, and one to swap. And
There
one
you
to
go.
style and trade. So it's like whatever your strategy is. Remember, there's 2 NFTs in the blister pack. So let's say you pulled your legendary Luke, which I saw My Collectibles got it, which is awesome. That's one of my favorite ones because that green lightsaber is actually the rarest item in that set because everything else is either the blue, the green one is pretty rare. So in the blister pack, there's 2 NFTs in the blister pack. Once you open the blister pack, it decouples the 2. So you would see in the blockchain the lightsaber and the character. Now they're still together, and we're going to ship an updated version of the platform soon that'll allow you to physically take them apart. So you'll see your lightsaber separately and your Luke character separately. But it's really just what kind of consumer are you and what kind of collector are you, and that's how you make the decisions on the platform. So I think you're doing a great job, Stephen.
That was not helpful at all.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I love it.
Hey, just real quick, Poof, if you want to come on, I'll go to the bathroom so you can come on. I'll hop off for a second if you want to come in.
I can hop off too if someone wants.
I mean,
to
we're
get
in for a little while yet. So.
No way, sleeping comment. You're too
By the
important.
way,
You need.
Bones,
I'll go to the bathroom. You can stay on unless you got to go.
I saw you pulled the Volt Juno earlier today, which is one of my favorite Cryptoys out of everything we've ever done. And it was funny because I'm beta testing right now the Cryptoys mobile app, which you can see here.
Oh man!
Okay.
Cool.
Push those buttons.
Nice.
Push those
So-
buttons.
And the
No, I'm not
alpha.
gonna push those buttons.
No buttons.
And just a coincidence, it was the one that I pulled.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah,
this,
there you
and
go.
this is actually this one is on the beta server, but it's the only time I've ever gotten my hands on it just through the beta testing because I still haven't pulled out one yet. So
Nice.
they have to mock it, but it is awesome.
Do you have any of those
love that
physicals there, Will? Do you have any? Physicals?
Not at this place.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah,
They're
Will, I'm
cool,
really
guys.
looking. Will, I'm really looking forward to those 2 physicals that you showed in the picture. I'm looking forward to getting that in the mail soon. With the Ultra Grail Club, the physical. Just saying, I'm looking forward.
There
to
is something physical that's coming to Ultra Grail holders. I can't say what it is just yet, but you'll get it.
it. No, I was trying to get something out of there, but no.
Yeah.
Just remember me when you make the next skateboard and send it my way. Nice spot over here somewhere.
Yeah, completely off the topic of NFTs and all that sort of stuff. I wanted to ask you, Joe, how you liking fatherhood, man? What is she, like 8 months old now, a year old?
No, she's 18 months now. So it's
18 months already?
Wow.
Stop.
Yeah, that's how long we've been in this game. Right? She's been on the channel before.
Seems like yesterday, man.
Yeah, soon she's going to take over. I know Will's keeping the Cryptoys CEO seat warm for his daughter. I'm keeping this seat warm for my daughter so she can beat up Rod in the future, right?
Hey Mo, I'll be right back. I will leave in case Poof wants to come on, and then I'll wait in the room.
Yeah, you have to back all the way out of StreamYard though.
Yeah, say you don't have to go all the way out.
I'll leave studio just in case he wants to come in, and then I'll come back in and wait.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank
All right.
you. Much
I'll be back, guys. All right.
We're missing you already, by the way.
No, you're not.
That makes a lot of sense.
Doctor, I want to ask you, in veve, is there any comic that you're looking at? Any comic that you have your eye on that you are targeting right now?
I mean, I actually have a list, so I would have to, I don't know, really dig in, man. Off top, I mean, I just generally am targeting books that I know are keys at minimum and are being thrown on the ground, and 2-3 gems, and especially these ones that dropped at 6K mints and 7,500. Not the most significant in real life, but again, I just have a belief in what we have, so I'm just grabbing all of those, man. I mean, you want me to just like name something specific?
Sure, give us one off. Yeah,
yeah,
why not?
Number one on the list.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm just gonna bring in the man himself, Cupstradamus, Mr. Poof. Well, Doc gets
What
this
up?
together.
Mate, right.
What up, Poof?
It's a party. He's dancing.
I'll tell you.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I'll tell you real quick, just 2 books that's just right here on the platform that's just popping out my face. Of course, you got your Amazing Fantasy, but I mean, like something more recent that I think people are sleeping on. Obviously, Avengers #1.
Nice, congratulations.
I want to double back and grab up some Star Wars #1 also. I think
Star
those
Wars
are
#1.
Yes.
you got your Ghost Rider. I mean, it's so much, man. Like whatever's a bang in real life, I don't care about mint counts. That's all I'm just saying. I don't really
I'd
care
collect
about...
any X-Men.
Yeah, giant size
you
X-Men. I'm waiting for X-Men #1 though.
Any X-Men I collect. Every single one in the app I normally go for.
Yeah.
Shout out, Alex. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Alex for the legendary, man. Good stuff.
Nice.
I'm gonna flex real quick. Some of my VV collection.
Oh, let's go. Hold up. Let's go full screen on this. How can I get
Now, this is what we need to see.
You know?
Look at this.
I got my X-Wing, right? I got this one.
I see that Incredible Hulk
Nice.
#1.
Dude,
I like that
Yes.
Incredible Hulk #1.
This piece is exquisite.
Yep.
I agree.
Let's go.
Exquisite. So
See, this is the
This
way
is what
it
it's
should
all
be,
about,
everyone
folks.
supporting each
Take a
other.
good hard look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I
best
see
way
that
to go.
Incredible
Everyone
Hulk
support each other. Don't complain about each other. Don't go against each other. That is not the way to go. Quid love.
man, I don't own any Cryptoys. I've never even looked at buying any, but I've always been bigging up Cryptoys to everybody I can speak to.
Hey,
just because I'm looking to grow all of it, man.
Well, I brought 2
Yeah.
today.
appreciate that.
So.
Hey Bob, man, this is your birthday, man. We doing a lot of yapping, man, and I see the
Happy
word
birthday.
giveaway on the
Yeah.
screen. I see the words giveaways on the screen, man.
Yeah,
One of my favorite artists.
Yes.
One of my favorite
Whoa.
artists. I'm not giving this away. Slow down.
Oh.
Scroll down and say giveaway.
Let's give some away then.
Scotty
what's
Young,
up with that?
man. This man is a beast right here. I love Scotty Young. So what I'm gonna do is give away a Thor #1 Scotty Young variant on the app. It's probably not showing up. On
Oh,
my
it's
phone.
invisible.
There it goes.
Nice.
There it goes.
Oh,
There it
the
was.
Invisible Woman.
There it is. I think I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's
So it's
Invisible
Thor
Woman.
#1. It's the one with Lady Thor, and I'm gonna throw this up. It's the uncommon, and I'm gonna throw it up in the market for a gem. What I have to do? 107. How much is the bare minimum?
Whatever you want to pick.
I think it's just a gem. I think a gem is in
Go ahead and tell people what the comic is again that you're giving away.
Thor #1.
Thor
Uncommon.
#1, Scotty Young cover. Which one's that? The common, the rare? I don't know.
Uncommon.
The uncommon.
Uncommon.
For #1. I'm useless at sniping these, I must admit.
Uh-huh. It's a banger, man. I'm gonna throw it up for 120.
For number one.
You know,
And what are you
B's on the
gonna do?
toilet right now trying to snipe this one too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you know he's listening in.
For sure.
That
Worst
man.
thing is you're gonna hear the desk in a minute go bonk.
Now I'm gonna throw it up at 10:04 Eastern Standard. 2 minutes.
Joe, I just got a notification. Cryptoys
I'm working.
CEO discussion. What's that about?
Mm.
Okay. All right.
Did you just record a video while you were on?
Yeah, is this the
I
video?
just screen
How did
recorded
that go?
this and put it on our
We kept
camera.
waiting that long, huh?
Nice.
2 for 1.
When we say buy one get one, we really mean it. It's like,
This is a
Hey,
BOGO video with a BOGO.
We did 2 videos today, right? So that's BOGO.
that's it.
You know,
True,
well,
true.
we do have to buy one get one, but how about we give away one?
Oh,
Wait, whose crypto toys link is in here? Should I use this
Yeah,
link to
that's a-
buy them?
That's a
Yeah,
Bob
that's Mo's and B's. So you're quite helpful.
Nice.
Doctor,
My co-host's upstairs.
let's do the doctors first. What
Oh,
time are
let's
you gonna be
just
dropping
pull-
this one, Doctor?
Less than 60 seconds.
And we do
Six
appreciate
hours.
you sleeping if you use the link.
Legendary
That's,
Star
thank you very
Wars
much.
Cryptoid.
All right, I'm buying 5 of them.
I did.
Ooh, let's go.
Ooh, let's go.
Get 5, right?
Yep.
All right,
You'll
let me
get
put
5
this
more
link.
next week.
Yep.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
No.
10 seconds.
10
Are we
seconds,
gonna-
Doctor.
are
So
we gonna
one
unbox
gem,
Yep. Well,
One gem.
let's say 120,
120.
just in case there's any bots.
On VV, no shot.
9. Here we go. It's up.
It's there. Okay.
Yeah, you got Kid Arcade in the chat. Look out.
Okay.
I think he has got an invite.
All right. And let us know who won it. If you
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah,
Let us
Oh, it says I get some golden ticket thing.
Yeah, what is that all about?
Nice.
Yeah. What is that? Poof,
chocolate.
what's the golden ticket?
Yeah, so golden tickets, when they become available, working towards an item layer in our backpack. And when that is complete, we will airdrop golden tickets to everyone who has max minted 5 cubes in a single transaction. You can stack golden tickets. So if you've max minted multiple times, you will get multiple golden tickets. And we've heard they will be used for sought after IP to get priority access. To be able
Dang.
to get to those drops before the public is what we've heard. Yeah.
And they're also tradable too, right? As NFTs as themselves.
They are. They're tradable. Yep. for
Damn.
sure.
Yeah.
They
All
are.
right.
There's more utility coming for golden tickets. We're really.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm excited.
I mean, my initials are WW, so like I am. A lot of
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka inspiration coming from that movie is near and dear to my heart.
Nice.
And the winner is OG Vault.
Oh, nice.
He's so
Super
proud.
sniper.
You only got it because B's on the toilet. That's why. He always
Yeah.
complains that BE always wins, so that's why.
Well, and I'll put one up as well quickly.
Okay.
I'm saying that you wanted to do you Cryptoys one, right?
Yeah, we have some cubes to give away for sure.
And thank you. You didn't have to do that, by the way. I was willing to buy one off you to then, give away on my behalf.
No, it's all good.
So I do appreciate that.
Of course.
All right, I bought 5 of them. I'll open them later.
Nice. So
Let's
you're
go.
you're gonna have 10 now.
But
So
I've
now
got
you're
2
gonna have
to
10.
open as well.
Oh no, I only have 5. I guess I didn't do the.
You get the
No,
next week.
you'll be airdropped. Whatever you purchase this weekend, there'll be double airdrop to you next week.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you bought 5, you get 5
I
next
wasn't
week.
worried.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm
Man,
just gonna
I'm
go
getting
get
left behind.
Canada
I've got to get in on
back
this
with you in
Cryptoys
2
thing, man.
seconds.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, Duncan, I would love to hear your feedback. Let me know what you think. And
Well, I mean, look, I've heard everybody, especially the superstars, because these guys are like absolutely like all in on this stuff, right? And I'm a big fan of these guys. I watch all their videos, and so like I've heard nothing but positivity about the Cryptoys project. It's just, man, what can I tell you? I'm not into that like sort of cutesy look, and that's kind of the only thing that's sort of kept me from it. But
totally
the more I hear about it, the more utility I hear that is coming with these things, the more use cases that I'm hearing about with these NFTs, I'm more and more convinced every day. I haven't spent money on it yet, but hey, I'm getting there.
Can I just say, go ahead, Will. Go ahead.
No, I totally respect that. It's valid feedback, and you know, the whole look of Cryptoys. We did it for a number of reasons. First of all, the whole platform was inspired by my 10-year-old daughter Victoria and her love for these kind of toys. And
my daughter's turning 10 in 2 weeks, man.
Oh yeah, so are you familiar with like LOL Surprise and Hatchimals and those kind of things?
Man, when I heard LOL Surprise was coming to Veve, I lost my shit.
That's
massive.
So this platform was very much inspired by LOL Surprise, Hatchimals, my daughter's love for those collectibles.
Oh, the Hatchimals, yeah.
Yeah, those surprise. And if you look at those toys, they're all in a chibi art style. And chibi is a type of toy design and art style in general that's one of the most popular designs in the world, particularly popular not just here in the US, but also in Asia. And it's just something that you know, my daughter loved. So it started off as a side project for her, and to create effectively what would the toy of the future look like based on these designs. And then
I have to get one.
Yeah, and then as we started building it from a technical perspective, we started off with our IP called UFO Escape, which is the 3 characters, the 3 animals, before we got any licensing deals. And from a technical perspective, once we started building them, we made the agreement, because everything we do on the platform is interactive. These are fully rigged characters that you can run, jump, play.
Yeah, I've seen some footage of that on the Superstars channel.
Right.
I saw a little bit of that.
So if all the characters have uniformity across proportions, so the same arm length, the same leg length, etc., you could build an interior skeleton that could apply across the platform, so that no matter what IP we do, you can run. They could have running animations, jumping animations, emotes. Like if you look at Fortnite is able to do emotes across all these different IPs because all the proportions of these characters are the same. So they do one skeleton, and then they could do a bunch of different things. So by keeping everything uniformed in one look style, and like you've seen other platforms do this, like Funko in the physical world, everything has a certain aesthetic in the Funko Pop line. We effectively do that digitally. So not just do we have uniformity, but from an interactive standpoint, they could do all these cool different things, and we could ship once a movement or an animation that could apply across the entire platform.
Well, to be honest, that's one of the things that's kind of like a selling point for me. That's sort of going to push me over the edge to go and get them, is the fact that I haven't seen anybody else doing what you guys do.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anybody else doing this. I think
every platform, and I'm a fan of all the platforms. I buy all the platforms. I'm on every single one. I love Veve. Just saw my Veve account. I love what McFarlane's doing. I love what the DC platform's doing. I think again, this whole space is so early and small. We all need to do our respective jobs to bring in the next 5-10 million people. And every company has the thing that they do well better, than the other one, right? So like if you want the ultra premium and like the metaverse style stuff and the comics, you'll go towards Veve, right? If you want maybe more of like, how are we going to bring physical collectors in the world? Maybe McFarlane, because obviously Todd has amazing connections in physicals already. Getting stuff in brick and mortar. He might bring the physical collectors to the space. We want to play our part in bringing gamers to the space. And
it seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, we want to bring like casual mobile gaming. Like if you look at things like Candy Crush, Bejeweled, Doodle Jump, Jetpack Joyride, Subway Surfers, like this is the biggest like total addressable market in the gaming space.
These are things that people love.
They love it.
People love this stuff.
And the primary audience, believe it or not, is people that are over the age of 18, usually 30, 40, 50-year-olds.
Well, if you had to like put me on the spot and asked me to guess the average age of somebody who plays Candy Crush, I would have probably guessed in their 30s.
Exactly, correct. Yes. So how do we get those people that enjoy gaming and mobile gaming to make their first digital collectible or digital toy purchase? So that's what we're really focused on. But, again, to me, I feel like with all the platforms, we have like a little coalition. We all need to work together to bring in this audience because, hey, I know a lot of Veve users came over to try Cryptoys. We've seen it. Poof will tell you. There's so many Cryptoys users that didn't even know Veve existed until the Veve crowd came into Cryptoys, and they're like, "What's this Veve thing?" And then a bunch of crypto users started buying Veve, and like we're seeing that across all the different ones, HRO collectors, McFarlane. So I think it's a
Well,
rising.
I mean, like up until now, I've been all veve and nothing else. I haven't touched mcfalane. I mean, the only NFTs I own outside of veve are 1 or 2 kid arcades and a couple of drop heads, right? So I haven't really looked at these other projects, but I have heard, like being as involved in the veve space as I am, I have heard a lot of veve people talking about Cryptoys and HRO and bat cows and all that sort of stuff. And it just always kind of gave me the impression that most of the people who are on these platforms are people who went there from veve. So to hear you say that there are a bunch of Cryptoy, fans, clients, whatever you want to call them, that didn't know about veve, that's very surprising to me, to be honest.
Yeah, there were definitely a few.
It's very cool to hear, though.
We have, like, if you look at some of the folks that are on our team, for example, Steph Pseudo. Steph was really, really a very well-known person in the NBA Top Shot community. Yeah, right. So a lot of people found Cryptoys because they were NBA Top Shot collectors through Steph and through that's how Poof discovered Cryptoys, right?
Yep. Yep.
So some folks got into NFTs, whether it was through CryptoKitties back in the day, that was like 2018, or in the 2021 wave with NBA Top Shot, with really set the bar for licensed NFTs. And then they went from Top Shot to Cryptoys because we were both on the Flow blockchain. And then they discovered veve after. But then there's a lot of folks that came the other way that were just veve collectors that discovered Cryptoys, and we're getting folks from other platforms as well, and vice versa. So,
man, that makes me very happy to hear, because at the end of the day, we're not trying to grow a business; we're trying to grow an industry.
Yeah, and I have a lot of respect for David Yu, right? Like David, I watched a podcast with him the other day. This was a few months back, and he was asked about competition, and he said, like, exactly the same way I feel. He said, to us, it's not like it's like not a zero sum thing. It's not winner take all. Exactly. It's like, if you're a fan of Marvel, you like DC also. If you like DC, you're also going to buy Marvel. Meaning that, like,
and I subscribe to that, but it does my nut in to see all the mouthy guys on Twitter when they hear about some other project. Oh, it's not veve, it's not good enough. It's like, guys, come on, there's plenty of space.
We understand that people can get territorial, and we totally get it. I think if you zoom out, like, first of all, very, very, very few industries in this world are winner take all. It just doesn't really
exist.
Right. Yeah. And especially with an emerging medium like digital collecting, we really need to work together to bring more people to the space as a whole through the things that each platform does well. I'll tell you right now, we're not going to, like, Cryptoys is not going to bring comic collectors in droves to the space. veve is going to do that better than anyone, right? And now it's awesome to see what DC is doing with their digital comic platform, right? So, like, we're not going to bring a lot of comic book collectors to the space. What we hope to bring is gamers to the space, and that's the role that we could play that could also discover other platforms for these other kind of things. So, everybody plays their role.
And yours has also got the bit of a younger age range.
Yes, that is correct. That is one of our biggest focuses is because this whole platform was inspired by my daughter. We really want to create a family-friendly ecosystem. Very, very, focused on allowing families to enjoy this together, allowing kids of any age to participate in this really cool emerging medium. Let's face facts. It's the kids that are defining culture and what's going to be cool 5 years from now, 10 years from now, etc. And listen, like, our age group, sometimes to our peers, like, I know everyone on this stream gets digital collecting, isn't a big fan, but we know how jaded and against, or just how unnative it is to some people. For kids, if you tell them, would you collect a digital Iron Man, or would you collect a digital, Star Wars or Luke Skywalker? They'll be like, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yes. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if I gave my kids the choice, if I said, all right, I'm going to give you a choice. I'm going to give you a physical hat or a digital hat. You pick which one. That's not an instant decision for them. They're going to be like, whoa. So, all right, the physical hat. Okay, a physical hat, I understand. The digital hat, what can the digital hat do? And how many people can I show that off to? and what kind of platform. Like they'll ask a bunch of different questions, but like it's almost clear their mind is going to the digital one first, because there's so many unique possibilities with a digital hat versus a physical hat that I could put on my head and one person can see it, versus a digital hat that 1,000 people can see and might give me a special power and might do all, like, for them it's so obvious. It's so obvious that I have a front row seat to my kids on a daily basis, and I'm like, I have never been sure of anything in my life that digital collecting is going to be a huge part of the future.
The other thing about it is with
Sold.
the. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say then.
I clearly need a sleeping hat. The sleeping hat is like the trendiest thing.
Hold on.
It's the trendiest thing in the space. Everyone's rocking it.
It's our digital hat.
Hey, Will, just to add on to what you were saying, like I was mentioning this to somebody.
Well,
the other
just
day,
DM
too.
me.
Because I think that,
DM me, bro.
yeah, I think that there's space for IPs to be on different platforms. And I think Star Wars is a perfect example of that. Because, you know, when I look at something like G.I. Joe, right? I love G.I. Joe. And for me personally, one of my first hanger pack experiences literally going into Child World Toys R Us was seeing those swinging on the hangers, having to go through every single one because you didn't know if Destro was in the back or Roll Pig or somebody, you know. And so you go home, you rip it open, and I think that Cryptoys experience is the closest thing I'll ever get to experiencing that again. But at the same time, as far as the end product, when that character hops out and it's in a chibi form, and I know it's on a more kid universal type of platform, I don't expect it to shoot, you know, lasers out and physically kill a dude and have him sprawled out with, like, you know. But at the same time, I do want my Snake Eyes like true to toy.
That's right.
So when I want, so I still want my Snake Eyes on the block running around doing fun stuff, spinning around, but I also want my ultra realistic one, and I'll go to veve for that.
That's
but
right.
if I want, you know, the same brand but just functioning in a different way, I'll go to Cryptoys for that.
That's right.
So that's where I think there's room for all this stuff.
I love it.
That was the thing I was going to say before. Like, kids these days are not so much brung up on toys as they are their screens. So you do get a lot of kids that are sat on their screens these days rather than physical toys. So there is that aspect to it as well.
I mean, whether we like it or not, it's the way the world's heading. I see, again, I'm a parent, so I see not just my kids, but also my friends and their kids. The truth is, kids are getting their first device, which is an iPad, around the age of 4. So at the age of 4 years old, kids these days will receive an iPad from their parents. It'll be like usually encapsulated in a big case with a stand so they can watch TV. Like, and I don't say this as a negative thing. I say this is the way the world is heading. That is their toy. They have a format of play that we never had when we were kids. Like the word play and the modalities of play, like Roblox. Roblox is a perfect example. Like, we might look at Roblox initially and say, oh, he's playing a video game. That kid's playing a game. And we might think instantly that's how we thought about video games. Like we were playing GoldenEye on N64 or Super Mario Brothers or whatever the case may be. But he's playing a game, but it's a very different method of play. He's not playing like, okay, let's go shoot him up. Let's go do this thing. He's saying, hey, Benji, meet me in this corner and let's go build a fort together. And let's get on the fort and let's invite so-and-so to the fort and get this person on FaceTime so they could see us doing it. It's a social experience. They're just doing it through this virtual world and they're interacting with each other. So what was like an after-school play activity that we used to have to do in person, they're now using this high-definition tablet to play with digital toys effectively. So the next generation is growing up in a very different world that what's even more epic, the laws of physics and gravity do not exist. So they can build whatever they want. So you talk about like expanding kids' imagination, like that to them, that's no better canvas to do this kind of stuff. So like when we build digital toys on Cryptoys, like if you look at that unboxing experience, the holocron, when you unbox the holocron, you can only have that experience in a digital format. You can't do that in a physical format. You can't float a holocron. And like we got a video of a dad and his 4-year-old son unboxing together, and the dad goes to the son, okay, use the force, and the kid reaches out his hand to the screen to use the force to unbox the cube. And trust me, you couldn't tell this kid that he wasn't using the force in that moment to levitate that cube and unbox Luke Skywalker. And the music and the emotions, you can only do that in a digital format. So it's a very exciting time, and I just have no doubt. I think everybody here on this space is bullish. I think we have a lot of reasons to be very bullish about where this is heading, because to me, it's clearly the future.
Yeah, because with the because with the it's kind of nice, the stigma around video games is kind of loosened up a bit, where it's like, oh, you're not doing anything, because like with our parents, their version of playing outside was very different, with toys or this or that or going outside. But now, like, they've already done studies where like people that play video games enhance certain skills, where it's like if you play a lot of online games, like if you can't go outside, if it's raining or whatever is going on, it's like you can still enhance your social skills, talk with other people. People that play real-time strategy games tend to have better problem-solving skills within like certain set parameters. People that play MMOs have like very interesting ways of like, especially people that play like open world games are very creative. They come up with funny ideas and this and that. So it's like, I don't think it's like I think it's a matter of fact now, where it's like people that play video games are going to just be creative in a very different way. And people that play shooters have faster reaction speeds than like your typical person that doesn't play video games. Like it just is what it is. So it's nice that like, yeah, that's the future. And it's like, I don't have any kids personally, but it's like, if I did have a kid, I wouldn't throw a device in them as soon as possible. But it's like, I would expose them to digital technology as much as I can. Cause like, this is the future. Like you're going to be interacting with interfaces, menus, things like that. How do I move here? How do I navigate? What's this like? And that's going to be the future. So it's like, it just makes sense.
That's the thing. Like I'm very cautious about how much I expose my daughter to digital stuff, tablets and all the rest of it. But at the same time, you don't want them to get left behind.
That's exactly right.
That this is the way the world is going.
As a dad, I asked myself that exact question. I asked myself that exact question. I said, am I doing a disservice to my kids by not giving them access to these technologies? Because their entire age group and peer group has access to these technologies. So like, it's a challenge to figure out what's the right
balance. It's a hard balance to find, really.
Yeah. And it's advanced so quickly, right? So it's like you don't know how much limit there is, because I think I was born in 1990, so I was like right in that generation where like internet was pretty new. I still played outside a ton, but I still played like a ton of Halo. I still played like a ton of video games. Like I still think Halo 2, like playing Xbox Live in lobby, like nothing beats that. It was just the most crazy stuff. Open mic, everyone's just doing crazy things. So nothing's ever going to compare to that again. But no, it was an awesome time. So I was there during like early days of like cassette players and like Walkmans and all that, and then kind of graduating up from there. And then it's like I've kind of seen, I wasn't there for the record players and all that, but it's like I've kind of seen technology move from like the beginning to now, and things advance so quickly. And it seems like things, I don't know. Yeah, it's a deep shift. Yeah.
I mean, even I see a tape player.
Yeah. There's a big shift.
Tape player to CD to DVD to Blu-ray to.
Can we chuck in another giveaway here?
Yeah, we should.
For sure.
Fucking another one, because I ain't done one for a while.
And a quick question: is the 2-for-1 going on right now? Sorry, for Cryptoys.
It is through Sunday, 11:59 Eastern, or while supplies last.
Okay.
You gotta
say that little last part. You gotta say the little disclaimer at the end, or while supplies. You
don't get your double.
They'll get you. They'll get you.
What I wanted to say was, there's like a concept in this space about like being sold on something, right? And I know like from a business perspective, that helps. But from a community perspective, community in a vacuum, as a community manager, you don't necessarily have to buy. Just come hang out with us and see what we're about. And we appreciate collector mindset. We appreciate collector feedback, true collectors, and they really help us build this platform. And that is, I would say, just as valuable as people who are buying and just not caring or not really trying to help build the space. So I would really invite people who aren't necessarily sold or don't really want to spend some money yet to just join our Discord or follow our Twitter and just see what our community is like and just hang out with us and and
On that
maybe
point,
he'll join the cause.
I used those words just a couple of minutes ago, saying that I'm sold on Cryptoys. I use those words.
Yeah.
Right? But honestly, I've been, like I said, I've been listening to Joe and Rob, and they're not the only ones, but mostly Joe and Rob. I've been listening to them talk about Cryptoys for quite some time. But it's only meeting you guys, talking to you guys for the last half an hour or whatever. I'm like, no, man, these guys are solid. I've got to get in on this.
We appreciate that.
And like the community thing you're talking about is as important as you say it is. I think
100%. And we're all just real people, and that's access. That's why we're here. That's why it's fun to do these things, because we're just as realistic collectors in our community. So it's super fun to be able to mix it up with everybody.
So what are we giving away?
So I got to run, Bob, but happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, I opened up my Cryptoys here. I got 4 commons and 1 rare.
Thank
I'm
you.
on my way.
The boys.
Hey, Sleeping, how do I look in your hat, by the way, man? Do I look good?
Really good.
Oh,
What mint number is that?
That's mint number 420. Thanks, Bones, for letting me Photoshop it off your
No
head.
problem.
You were the only one at the right angle. Thank you.
No problem.
They only go up to 100 for that one, but
yeah, I gotta get one. I gotta get one, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming, mate. I appreciate it, because I know you said you were short on time, so I do appreciate it.
yeah, I can hear the troops upstairs getting a little rambunctious. I might have to go up there and throw some things at them.
Lay the law down.
But nice meeting everybody that I haven't met before in person, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.
All right,
Thanks,
Thank you.
mate.
Have a good night, Sleep.
Should we actually open one of these Cryptoys, should we?
Yeah, let's do it.
I've got one.
Let's do it.
Music to my ears. Music to my ears.
You better go open one, right?
By the
We
way,
got one to open too.
Man,
Let's make it an unboxing party. Let's do it.
Let me
Oh
try and
boy.
remember how to do this.
Oh boy.
Duck and cover. Have you seen this before?
I think I saw a video of either Rob or Joe opening one of theirs once. Yeah.
Now you're part of it. Let's do it.
Well,
Duck and cover. That's what your name is. Duck and cover. I've been trying to figure that out.
Nobody ever gets the first time, mate. Gotta say it with the Australian accent.
So which one should I open, first or
I thought
second?
it was a strong U.
Two.
You can something.
That's the accent, mate. Duck and cover.
I have no idea if you're going to get any sound with this, because it didn't work last time. But
Welcome back, B.
Welcome back.
Come back.
and welcome
Welcome
back.
Welcome
Lee.
back. Yeah. Yep.
You don't
Got
get
it.
any
Good.
experience, bro.
We're good.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
I'm altered grill, Juju.
Birthday juju.
Yeah,
Good
this
luck,
is
good
a
luck.
birthday cube. This is a birthday
You
haul.
need it. I did all right last
luck.
time. Last time.
Common.
Okay.
It was
This is birthday.
You can't go wrong with Vader, right?
Nope.
Can't go
Best
wrong.
common in the set. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What mint?
right,
Oh, it's
okay.
a bad mint. We got the last of the last. You never know. In Veve, that's worth something.
I'm buying that 4,000 if somebody gets it. I hope you know. That is going to be.
Let me go to the other one. 1 second. I may as well open the other one while here.
Okay.
Should we open the other one?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll never say no. We'll never say no.
like this.
A lot of people go after the commentators.
Got a bunch of those. Gonna have some fun with the commentators for sure.
I do love these openings.
Trade
Same
with,
as the
to play
HRO.
with.
That's the best bit about that as well. The openings, the pack openings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
How do we
yeah.
not have this on Veve, man? This is ridiculous.
People are gonna want to play with that Vader.
Oh, I broke it.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Let's go.
Let's go. That is your birthday holocron right there.
That's a good one.
Nice.
And now you got to open it all the way.
Oh,
735. Nice.
That's a good one.
Well, that worked out well in the end.
Amazing.
Nice.
I thought I saw Poof pressing the rigged button off to the side.
Yeah.
This is gotta, this has to work.
I got this big
What's
screen.
your-
I'm just
I've
dragging
actually
and
got
dropping.
them ones so far.
Nice. So
Oh, that's,
no
yeah, that's
juice.
awesome.
Done all right, my first two.
Are you guys going to help me out here? That link you just got, I guess that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got a grail.
Go click on it.
Oh,
See it
okay.
again.
So I got a grail.
And then click on the unwrap Cryptoy button.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what PE made me do on my grill, Luke. He didn't show me what to do.
I mean, I have got the common there as well.
Great.
I forgot I had this unblocked, to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah, so for
Farm
Star
Rate.
Wars, Star Wars goes common, rare, legendary, grail, and then ultra grail. So 40%.
Personally, I've done all right.
All right, so Ultra Grail is kind of like the equivalent of a secret rare on veve, somewhere.
Yeah.
back in that.
It's like last
It's the highest, yeah, one.
time I got legendary, so
There you go.
That's
you got
awesome.
no, you got no duplicates. You're doing really well.
Yeah,
and then
that's
I've got another 2 to come as well. So that's the other thing, isn't it?
And you got a
Yeah.
sick Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. I'm
I
happy
just-
with that. I must admit.
Good
You did
birthday.
really well.
Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
want to ask Shelby Cobra if I can use her credit card to go buy 5.
Why ask
gonna
when
do
it feels so good to just do it?
Right, I'll just do it.
Let's stop
You may-
teasing,
you
man.
may
Let's give
send them
some
my
away.
way.
Let's give some
Well,
away.
she already threw you in the basement. How much worse can it get?
I know, right?
yeah, we could give. I mean, we do have like 2 cubes to give away if you guys want to do some raffles. However you want to do
Let's
them,
do
Bob.
some more.
We have
Do the,
no preferences on how
I was
you
to say
want
you
to
could do the code, and StreamYard can do the spin the thing.
Bob's
I got a
birthday,
good
man.
idea.
What
I
the
got a
fuck
good
is
idea.
boy?
Why
Pick
don't I
Which
don't I
way do you
open a
think the
cube?
best ways to do
why
it?
don't I open a cube and whoever gets closest to the mint number?
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Well, what's
Nice.
Go
what's
Kid
the
Arcade on this one.
what's the mint range? Like, what's the highest on that? Or I
One-
guess we don't know what it
anyone,
is.
whatever
I
the
guess we don't know what it
target
is
is,
until we open
Whatever
it.
the
Yeah.
Oh
target is,
yeah,
the largest
yeah,
size.
can we do it that
4,000
way?
is
4,000,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
1 to 4,000.
Good luck.
Are we going by Price is Right rules, or are we going just like?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
how are we
right,
doing
exactly.
it before you say good luck?
Yeah, it's like 4,000, like $3.99.
So the chat's got to just type in some mint numbers. Huh?
Just type in random numbers and we'll see who gets closest.
And is it only one guess, or can they guess
Yeah.
multiple times?
One guess.
One guess? Okay, one guess per person.
I think
Okay.
one is.
Okay, my screen
I'll
should be
guess
shared.
1.
There must be like a time window, right? People will just keep
200
guessing.
That's why I need to be back on here a bit.
I got 293.
Track
That's my guess.
Yeah, doctor, you're not allowed to participate.
Yeah, right. Shut your lips.
You're all allowed to participate. I told you this earlier.
Yeah, Omi Daily Bear, how you doing, brother?
In fact, BE's not because he's too good at this.
No one
Shelby-
at all.
Shelby Cobra is gonna win,
There you go.
just to piss you off, E.
Yeah, Shelby deserves something.
Yeah.
Did
Can
you
you see
pick
the
my
screen?
birth? He picked my birth year just to piss me off, doctor.
Oh, we got the guesses coming already.
Can you guys see my screen?
Nope.
Bottom?
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
just
think
give it
Bob. I think Bob's gonna let you.
Oh, okay, good.
no, I can see it now.
All right, which one?
Nice.
One. I got 5. 1 to 5.
Bob, pick.
Middle.
Oh, 3.
Middle.
Middle. I feel it. That's not the middle. I
you
picked
got
the
the
one
other
on
one?
the left.
That's
of
his
that.
middle.
This one?
That one, yeah.
All right.
Middle.
The other
other
one was the
middle.
Ultra Grail, so this one. I
Yeah.
don't
This
know
is this is gonna
This
be
is
the
the Ultra
one.
Girl. Statistically,
yet. You can hear?
Yeah.
yep.
Let's do it.
Good
Look
luck.
who's behind me. I got somebody behind me.
Oh, well.
Oh man, only you got that picture of me. That was supposed to be before nights.
All right, Joe.
Bradley
Good luck,
Cooper.
brother. Oh, nice.
Damn, let's go.
Look
I don't think
at
we have that
these
one yet.
polls. Look at these polls.
Let's check. I don't think
So,
we have that one yet.
1976. No way, doctor.
Ooh,
Bring in the
978.
978.
Ooh, who got it?
Is it Guri?
Gurry.
I
Gurry
said
looks close.
293. Not
Gurry
close.
looks like he might have.
Vault was the only one who thought it would be the
420. I
Ultra
was
Grail.
rooting for you, Dan, but
I think
696.
Yeah, looks like Guri. To me.
Yep.
Gary Singh is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I needed to do is drop the one, B.
Right.
Yep, Gurry. Gurry got
It's
it.
like Gary Singh to me.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Let's see if I have that one. I don't know. I don't think we do.
Nice, Curry.
Where'd she go?
Yeah, he couldn't
Yeah,
be a
she's
nice.
new. She's new.
Yeah, nice. Almost 1978. That's the year the holiday special came out for Star Wars. So that's collectible
That
year.
is a
Someone's
Did it
definitely
come
someone
out in
might want
September?
that, you know? Yeah.
this first
So-
crypto is nice.
Yeah. So I actually bought some
Congratulations,
cubes. Are the cubes getting airdrop next week? Or
Yeah,
the
they are.
rest like
Yeah.
the other? Okay, cool. Because I max minted, I'm convinced.
Nice.
But I think I'm going to keep most of them in the cubes. I really think cubes a year or two from now.
Good, yeah.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
That's my plan.
That's what
Unopened
Steph
stuff.
does.
That's what I like.
All right, so I mean, I know you guys don't have a marketplace now, but I assume that eventually you will.
yeah. So the reason that we it's in active development. And the reason we didn't launch with it is this platform was designed to be an all ages platform. So to do the marketplace and allow functionality for not only people over the age of 18 to transact and get liquidity, which is obviously a necessity, but also in a compliant way allow for people of all ages, even people under the age of 12, to be able to access the platform. We have to ship marketplace in a certain way. And it's designed to give like a marketplace that's similar to like a Roblox kind of environment where people under the age of 12 can transact safely in a closed loop environment, but then also give marketplace liquidity so that if you wanted to sell for fiat or for cash, you would be able to do it. So it's a very unique strategy to achieve it. So we couldn't do it right at launch. So that's why marketplace is a follow, not a launch.
It must be a very fine line to walk.
Very.
You know, especially with the regulatory questions that are up in the air.
We
last year or two.
We care deeply about this, and we want to do it the right way. So we work with our legal team. We have an in-house legal team and external legal counsel to.
Joe's pointing at himself. What are you doing, lawyer?
Yeah. No. We appreciate the legal team.
Yeah, like look, Roblox. Like I get a lot of inspiration from platforms like Roblox and what they're able to achieve at that scale. And how many active users they have on the platform doing so many different creative things. And we want to take a few cues from platforms like that, like Minecraft, like Fortnite.
Yeah, but it must be more complicated for you given that you're actually dealing in tradable, resellable assets. This isn't just skins like on Roblox or on
that's why correct. That's why when you're doing things like that for anybody that's under the age of 18, it has to be a closed loop system for those people, while people over the age of 18 have rights to do marketplace-based activities like what you guys are typically used to in the NFT space. So it's two very different customer cohorts that can live harmoniously together if you ship the product in a certain sequence, basically.
Do you mind if I ask you, are you finding it difficult to be able to have those two different aspects of the NFT sort of tradability and sellability on the same application, like to have that side where it's, you know, for the underage people, where it's just like, you know, kind of like buying a skin, but also at the same time for the same articles, making them resellable and tradable? How difficult is that?
So it's really two different avenues. So what we have effectively is a native on-platform marketplace in the works that will allow. We have a virtual currency coming out called Token. Token is like our version of Robux, you know, like Robux on Roblox.
Yeah.
So that will allow people of any age to buy this virtual currency and then transact on the platform. But there's no ability necessarily to convert Token into a fiat
currency.
Correct. But at the same time, there is another external marketplace that we're working very closely with that will allow you to take any of your Cryptoys and then transact in fiat. You will have to be over the age of 18, KYC'd and all these different things to do that. So that's how you're able to execute both at the same time. So it depends on what kind of user you are. But the cool thing about it is the whole platform from a user activity perspective benefits from it, because you can keep your item in the native marketplace, but then you can just, you can transact on it based on the native marketplace, but then you can take it to the external marketplace if you ever want that fiat liquidity. So you really, as someone that's over the age of 18, have your option to partake in any aspect of the platform. But if you're under the age of 18, you're a little bit more limited, but in a healthy way, So,
nice.
Yeah,
sounds like that's a hell of a challenge for you guys to sort of make work.
That's why it wasn't like you could put a marketplace out, relatively quickly if all you care about is a certain demographic.
No, but I can see you guys have a much bigger vision in mind.
Right, we do. We care very much about it. Again, like this platform was inspired by my daughter, so I have to make sure that people like her can use the platform. And if you look again, all these things, and everybody, like we talked about before, plays their roles in bringing people to the space. We want to bring, you know, droves of people of different age groups to the space, but make sure it's in a very fun, safe way. You know, right now the space is predominantly occupied by flippers, and that's okay. We know that, right? Like that we can, you know, call a spade a spade. A lot of people are here to flip. We know that'll always be a big part of the space, but that is also not super conducive to attracting a space where us as parents feel comfortable inviting our children to the space. So how do we create a platform that offers a little bit of both from a product perspective, that it allows us to trade and sell and buy things on a secondary marketplace, but then also creates a very safe environment for our children to participate? And we think we've done a good job designing that. You guys will be the judge of it when we ship it.
I was actually about to say that, you know, I mean, we all know that this is, you know, largely a flipper space.
Yeah.
But I think we also kind of have it in the back of our minds that eventually it's going to move away from that.
We hope. Yes, that's.
And it sounds to me that what you guys are doing is kind of helping to facilitate that move away from that mentality. It sounds like that to me.
We hope so, and I think every platform in this space is playing a role in that. Like we know, and I think all the other platforms in this space know, the only way to drive real, you know, value and to build fandom is to focus on fun, enjoyment, fandom, those things at the core. If you do that well, the secondary price takes care of itself. So like, nobody created, like, you know, Superman, you know, Volume 1, or, you know, the Batman, the first, you know, appearance of Batman, or Pokemon. Let's take Pokemon as an example. Like Pokemon, when the first packs of Pokemon cards were created, obviously they weren't worth what they are today, and nobody bought them thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to buy a ton of them because they're going to be worth a lot. The reason that they're worth a lot today is because people enjoy that IP so much. They love Pokemon so much. That cartoon and that video game and that trading card game created so much like organic fandom in the world that it then became valuable 10 years down the line or 15 years down the line. Yeah. Superman and Batman and Spider-Man and all these iconic characters, they're worth a lot today because of the amount of people that care deeply about the character from an entertainment perspective and a fun perspective. If you do that at the foundational level, the secondary value is a byproduct of that, organic, healthy. The problem with the spaces currently is we're trying to do the reverse. We're trying to start from a secondary flip perspective and then hopefully build the fandom after that. And then that hasn't worked out to date. So, you know, we got to get back to our roots on what makes collectibles great.
Kind of worked for me.
I'm very impressed.
So when I first come into digital collectibles, I literally see Veve and was like, that's a good idea. And then it was the golden moment. So it was 300 and something pound to buy, well, dollars to buy. And then I instantly see that thing selling for $1,000, like literally a week later. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I've got to get into this. Well, once the market started to go down slightly, and then it started to get longer periods, I then just ended up just collecting the stuff and buying it. And now I've got so much stuff in there. I've always collected more comics than collectibles, but recently I've gone into more collectible size. Well, the other day I needed gems and I can't bring myself to sell any of the items I've got now. Whereas before I used to just be like, right, I need gems, I'll flip that out. Not really attached to stuff like that. But this time round, it got to the point where I was just like, well, actually, no, I've got to the point where I've built what I wanted with them items. Do I really want to break that by then getting rid of them? So
wait, you can't get rid of collectibles, Bob? I had no idea.
bobsales.
Look at that. Look at your background.
Yeah. By the way, Chris Coffee is in the house. Good
Oh,
to see you.
Yeah, I am.
Merry
If anyone,
Christmas.
if anyone wants to come up, I am gonna hop because I do have a dog that's sitting here like biting my ankles, ready to go for a walk. But Yuri, I believe is the name, who won the Motu Cube.
Yes, he did,
Please,
yes.
We'll get you. We'll get you.
Larry
in touch.
Singh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yuri.
get the username for me, please. And then put me down for another cube. Put us down for another cube, and feel free to give that away. Well, and please let me get
Thank
the username
you.
so we can get that gift out. Happy birthday, Bob! It's been a pleasure hanging with you guys. You guys are
was
awesome.
a
Everyone
pleasure
on
to
this
meet you,
page.
man.
Thanks for coming
Thank
in,
you
Poof,
for pulling
everybody.
it out last minute. I must
Appreciate you
admit.
guys.
Thank you.
Same
One
here.
thing. One thing I want to ask Will, because he talked about this on the Cube, and I think everyone would be interested. The fact that you're turning down IPs so you can focus, and I think that's important. I don't know. Maybe you hit that while I was gone, but I didn't hear.
Oh yeah, happy to chat about that. And then I do have to jump also because I have a wake up early and taking my kids for a hike, which I'm very excited about. Really early in the morning. So yeah, look, what you just saw, the animation and the unboxing experience, and not just that, but the rigging, because the characters are all fully controllable and animated. Each wave that we do takes a significant amount of time. And we only have so many hours in the day and so many months in the year to pick our spots. So we are in a very fortunate position. We're very humbled and grateful that there's a long list of IP owners that want to be on the Cryptoys platform. We're very selective with who we pick because it's almost like we only have a certain amount of shots on goal that we can do every single year. And if we keep loading our plate with IP, we start diluting our focus and the quality of the work. And that's not something we are willing to do. So,
Can we get a teaser on the next one that you're going to announce?
And the thing also, we care very much about the IPs that we bring on, in that we want to make sure that we're a fan of that IP first and foremost, because that way we can authentically do it. Like, I'm as big of a Star Wars fan as you'll meet. So like, I was very much like involved in a lot of the art and animation team. They're just like level 10 Star Wars fans. So if you look at that unboxing experience, the way it sucks you into hyperspace, the way the holocron unboxes, these are things pulled right out of the movies and the shows. The way the blister pack melts when you unbox it out of the blister pack, we literally spent hours taking the effect in the movies of how lightsabers cut through metal and replicated that same effect
Melting
on the blister pack when you burn it. Like, we care a lot about the IP, and we say internally, like, for Star Wars, and this goes for any IP, this has to feel like a love letter from Star Wars fans to Star Wars fans.
You hear that, folks in the chat? You hear that?
Yeah, and that we can only sign IP that we know how to do that. So Masters of the Universe, there's a lot of us that are huge Masters of the Universe fans. So we know how to make love letters from Masters of the Universe fans to Masters of the Universe fans. Star Wars 2, the Mickey and Friends drop. If you're a Disney and Mickey fan, let me know what you think of this next unboxing. But like, we all got emotional when we saw it for the first time.
When is the Mickey drop? That was a question.
When is the Mickey drop?
I'm gonna announce it.
It was for Shelby.
We're gonna announce it very, very, very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for Twitter. Very soon.
Nice.
Yeah. It's coming up. It's coming up quick.
Cool. Right.
So this has been awesome.
Make it feel like a love letter from the IP to you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That just reminded me, I was supposed to put my Mickey Mouse t-shirt on, and it's over there. When you come on, I was supposed to switch secretly, and I completely forgot. I just realised.
I love it. No, I love it. But good stuff, guys. It was so awesome being with you, Bob. Happy birthday, brother. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
You're clearly, it just shows you how many people love you in the space. Like, we're all here jamming with you. So keep doing you, man. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for having me. This has been a blast. Just jamming with you guys for a bit.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Will.
Thank you for coming. I know it's last minute. I know you've been busy because obviously you just done that post today, so you must have been working on that all week.
Yeah, that was it. That post, I made sure.
Not the post, but the thinking behind the post.
I was very careful about that. But again, Steph, who usually does our post, she's on vacation. So they asked me this morning, they said, hey, Will, Steph's on vacation. Can you do the Twitter post? I'm like, you're CEO. You got to do what you got to do. You got to get in a Twitter.
Get your hands dirty.
And, exactly.
Yeah.
And
What they say, never ask somebody to do something you won't do yourself, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
Thanks,
Will.
Will.
You guys, yeah, for sure. Last thing I'll say is a lot of folks in the space, they're always asking about utility and benefits and all that stuff. Moments like this remind me, this is the utility.
That's right.
Like, this is so this is what brings us together, and vibing with you guys. Like, we would have not met each other if it wasn't for this space. So that alone is priceless, and it feels like everything else is just icing on the cake. So
yeah,
it's like me. I met so many different people from so many different places, from so many different wages, races, and literally they do not care whether you're richer than them, poorer than them, different color. They're just not bothered.
We all like Star Wars. That's what we have in common. We all like Star Wars. We all like, we're all nerds at heart. We're all gamers. Like that's the thing. Like that's no matter what background you're from. Like we all can kind of find something in common and collect it, right? So
I think we can all appreciate that we're all thinking outside the box as well.
100%. Well, it was great jamming with you guys. I'll be listening in as I walk the dog and get everybody to bed here. So thanks for joining.
Awesome.
Good to see you, Will.
Thanks,
Have a good night, Bill.
nice.
Yeah.